Hi, everyone. Today we're going to talk about two words, barter and trade. And you may have heard of them, you may have not, but honestly, you barter and trade all the time, and you may not realize it. We're going to start off by watching this older cartoon, and I really like it. You're going to get a good sense of what barter and trade is from this cartoon. You may want to watch it more than once and listen to the words. After you do that, flip to slide 2. You see 3 words here. You see the words barter, trade, and then you see another word right here. It's called scarcity. You hear scare, but then you hear city after. We're going to talk about that here in a minute. Trade is probably the one word you're most familiar with. And trade is exchanging one good or service for something else. You hear those words good and service again? They keep popping up, don't they? So, trade is something you do a lot. I'll trade you this marker for that marker, maybe dependent on the color that you prefer. Or I'll trade you this snack for that snack. But one big thing upon trade is both people have to be happy with the trade, right? You may not want one thing, but you want the other. As long as each person is happy with the trade, then it's fair, right? But how about barter? It says trading one good or service is called barter. So basically, what they're saying is trading and bartering are almost the same exact thing. In order for bartering to take place, each person must want what the other person has, and you must be willing to trade for it. So if I want the blue raspberry smelly marker and Mr. Spooty has it and he wants the cherry smelly marker and I have it, that would be a fair trade or a fair barter, right? But if Mr. Spooty has that blue raspberry smelly marker and I want it, and I have the cherry marker and he doesn't want it, I can't just go take the blue raspberry smelly marker and give him my cherry one, right? If he doesn't want it, then that's not fair and we cannot make that trade or that barter because it's not something he wants to do. Now, going back to scarcity, scarcity means that you don't have enough of one thing that you want. So something is what's called scarce. There's not enough of it. So think about COVID-19 and this pandemic. This is a perfect word for right now. Have you been to the shopping centers or Giant Eagle or Walmart with your parents lately, or have you heard them talking? Things such as toilet paper, paper towels, any type of food. There hasn't been a lot of it lately on the shelves. Those things are what is called scarce. There's been a lot of scarcity of toilet paper, paper towels, milk, and eggs. They're hard to find. There's not enough of something we may want. That's called scarcity. You're going to want to read over this slide. There's a little bit more detail to go into. On slide 3, there's 2 more words. We're not really going to get too far deep into these words. We're going to stick with things such as our barter, trade, and scarcity up here, but you're going to be introduced to export and import here, just really slightly, but we're not going to talk too much into this, but you'll be introduced to them here on this slide, but more so the barter and trade. Down on slide 4, again, you're going to ignore this top part. 2 questions again you're going to think about. Remember, 2 to 3 sentences each, right? That's what we keep talking about. And that big one, complete sentences. So why is bartering sometimes difficult? Which difficult means hard or tricky. And number 2, explain how imports and exports they work together. How do importing and exporting work together? And if I can't remember, what should I do? I bet I should go back to the text and look for context clues. Look how easy. Boom, right here, right? I can use some of those words right there. Super easy, right? I can even use some of the words exactly from the text. 2 and 3 sentences each, my friend. I'm going to scroll down. Slide 5 is a story. I'm going to press play. It's about 7 minutes. So you can sit back, relax, and listen to this story. The title of the story is called Bartering. And yes, it's an AR story. Do you notice on slide 6? I have the AR code there for you. So you will get some AR points if you're paying attention. You're going to hear goods, services, trade, and barter inside of here. All words that we have been using within the last 2 weeks. Need and want are also in there. You should be able to take this AR quiz right after, okay? Write that number down, or you can slide an extra tab open and you can take it right next door after you listen to the book once or twice. I'm asking that you please take it. A lot of us need to be working on our AR goal, okay? So it fits perfectly with social studies, and a lot of what's in this story are things that we do. Trading snacks, trading toys, and things that we need to be thinking about. All should be fine. Remember, I'm going to remind you one last time. 2 to 3 sentences, complete sentences. Go ahead and ignore this top part. That first cartoon video is wonderful. I hope you enjoy it too. Don't forget, read, listen to this book, take the AR quiz. Let me know if you have any questions.